If you ever run into Dunkleosteus, immediately tidy your hairstyle and go to a decent dinner. You shouldn't even think about running because you simply can't escape. The reason you don't dare to swim in the ocean now might not be cowardice at all. Scientists have specifically studied this. Hidden in our brains is an ancient code designed to warn you not to get close to deep water areas. How old is this ancient code? 360 million years old. Older than your grandfather's grandfather's grandfather by 10,000 generations. This was the Devonian period, when 85% of Earth's surface was water, and in those boundless seas roamed a group of beings that gave all life nightmares. Among them was a vicious character named Dunkleosteus. Don't rush to swipe away yet. Let me do the math for you and show how outrageous this thing was. It didn't have a single tooth, yet it could crush a prey's bones into powder. Its entire body was smooth, with no fish scales, yet it wore a layer of armor harder than your fingernails. Most outrageous of all, the speed at which it opened and closed its mouth was faster than you swiping to the next video. Deng's fish could grow to over 4 meters long, weigh up to 6 tons, and burst to speeds of 30 kilometers per hour. Faster than you riding an electric scooter. But brothers, here's the key point. The truly terrifying thing about Dunk's fish wasn't its size, but its mouth. You might ask, didn't you say it had no teeth? It really didn't, and that's where the nightmare truly begins. Its upper and lower jawbones directly evolved into 2 bony cutting plates, with edges as sharp as industrial-grade scissors. Every time it bit down, these 2 bone plates would rub against each other, becoming sharper the more they were used. Just like the kitchen cleaver in your home, the longer you use it, the better it works. Scientists calculated that a single bite from Dunk's fish could generate 4,400 newtons of force. I know you don't get what that means, so let me put it another way. It's like someone stuffing a small car straight into your mouth, and that's not even the most brutal part. The most brutal part is its biting speed. How long does it take you to blink once? About 0.15 seconds. But it only took 0.05 seconds to go from opening its mouth to closing it. In the time it takes you to blink, it has already bitten you 3 times. But the nightmare isn't over yet. When it opens that massive mouth at this insane speed, it creates an instant vacuum zone in front of its jaws. This vacuum produces extremely strong suction, pulling everything around it inward. So for Dunk's fish, it doesn't even need to chase you. As long as you're within 5 meters in front of it, the instant it opens its mouth, you'll be sucked in like a sock caught by a vacuum cleaner. Whoosh, straight into its mouth. What's even crazier is that this thing even preyed on its own kind. Paleontologists have found fossils where the stomach of one Dunk's fish was stuffed with the remains of another Dunk's fish. When it was hungry, it didn't even spare its own brothers. This brutal habit allowed it to sit firmly at the top of the food chain for a full 50 million years. What does 50 million years mean? Human civilization has only taken a few thousand years to develop from primitive society to today, while the time Dunk's fish ruled the oceans would be enough for human civilization to start over from beginning to end 10,000 times. So you might be thinking, something this powerful must have been extremely rare, right? Quite the opposite. Members of the Dunkleosteus family were spread all over the world, from North America to Europe, from Africa to Asia. You could find them in every ocean, and they weren't picky about their environment. Shallow seas were fine. Deep seas were fine too. High temperatures or low temperatures didn't matter. In that era, no matter which corner of Earth you fled to, you could still run into this moving meat grinder, and its brothers and sisters might be right beside it. In the water, there were also sea scorpions over 2 meters long, carrying massive claws and venomous tail stingers, rampaging underwater. The most outrageous part was that these sea scorpions would occasionally crawl up onto land for a stroll. In the water, there were Dunkleosteus, lobe-finned fish, and sea scorpions. When your ancestors crawled onto land, they could still be dragged back by a 2-meter-long scorpion. Ocean and land alike were a slaughterhouse open 24 hours a day. The first thing your ancestors did every day when they woke up was pray that they wouldn't run into Dunkleosteus today. Every narrow escape, every brush with death carved deep marks into their neural pathways. These marks were passed down generation after generation for more than 300 million years, until they finally reached you. So when you stand by the sea today and feel an unexplained sense of fear, it's not you being dramatic. It's that ancient ancestor living in your genes, desperately warning you not to go in. The water is dangerous. So how did that brutal overlord finally disappear? The answer is a super extinction event that lasted for millions of years. Around 360 million years ago, the Earth's environment suddenly underwent drastic changes. The oceans became severely oxygen deprived, temperatures dropped sharply, and the entire ecosystem collapsed. 50% of marine life went extinct in this extinction event, including all Dunkleosteus. Those once invincible overlords of the seas were wiped out completely in an instant. But the fear they left behind was engraved into the genes of every descendant and has been passed down all the way to today. So brothers, next time you go to the seaside to play in the water, if you suddenly feel your heart racing and your legs going weak, don't feel embarrassed. That's not you being cowardly. It's the 360 million-year-old survival experience hidden inside your body, protecting you. This fear is a warning your ancestors paid for with their lives, a survival instinct carved into your bones by evolution. Now you understand, right? Why so many people are afraid of the deep sea? Because our DNA remembers that terrifying existence that ruled the oceans for 50 million years. Remembers that enormous mouth bigger than its own body. This isn't fear. This is a survival memory spanning 360 million years. So, the next time you stand before the vast, dark ocean and feel that unexplained shiver, remember, it's not just fear. It's a 360 million-year-old survival code, protecting you from the ghosts of the past. If you enjoyed this deep dive into our ancient history, show some love by hitting that like button. Subscribe to Decoding World to unlock more secrets hidden in our planet's DNA. Thank you for watching, and stay curious. I'll see you in the next discovery.